Good afternoon. I'm John Delaney from Maryland, and I want to thank Ranking Member Maloney and Chairman Butterfield for preparing this incredibly important report. And my colleagues have done a great job talking about the tragic results that have come out of this report and how we should all be very disturbed and upset by them. But to my mind, the people who should be most disturbed and most troubled by these results are the people in this country who have had opportunities and have been able to turn those opportunities into a life where they've been able to lift themselves up. And in that category is every single member of Congress. Because we understand better than anyone that in a nation where there is equality of opportunity, that will be the kind of nation that we want to live in. That will be the kind of nation where we have a rising standard of living for our entire population. So I think about my own life. I grew up in a family without a lot of advantages. My parents didn't go to college. My dad was a construction worker. But because I received a helping hand from my government and from so many other people who allowed me to get a good education, I was able to have a successful business career and then serve here in Congress. But it's really hard for me to read this report and think about my own life and the opportunities I have and feel completely good about them. Because when I read this report, what I see is that someone like me, who's grown up in a family where their parents aren't educated, right, and they don't have a lot of resources, you know, if they're in an African-American family, they won't have the same shots I had. And that's really disturbing. And those of us who have had these kind of opportunities, it is so incumbent upon us, and it is our moral obligation to step forward and make sure people understand that this is wrong and that it has to be fixed. And there's a whole bunch of things we can do. And my colleagues have talked about a whole portfolio of ideas and policies that will make a difference. And I think my Congressman Jim Clyburn maybe said it best when he said we have to invest in these communities, because that's the simplest and most direct thing we can do. We can invest and we can rebuild these communities. We can improve the standard of living of the people who live in them. We can improve the opportunities for the kids in those communities, and we can put people to work. And so, like Congresswoman Lee said, there will be a day, hopefully, pray to God, that we're all standing here, and a new report comes out, authored by the Congressional Black Caucus and the Joint Economic Committee, and the results are different. And all of us have to commit ourselves to make sure that day happens in our lifetime. Thank you.